So I had the idea for this production because it's a piece that I know and love. Hans Zender has taken a classic, beautiful song cycle by Schubert and exploded it and completely reimagined it in a way that is very exciting. It makes it very modern and very atmospheric. And I knew that Ian Bostridge, world famous tenor, had sung the same piece for 30 years. And I knew there was a film of him singing it from 30 years ago. So what was of great interest to me was the change between him singing it 30 years ago and him singing it now. So in the production, I used the film of him from 30 years ago at the same time as we see him singing it now. So you have this extraordinary mirror. It's a dark mirror. It's a mirror between the older man and his younger self. And it's quite moving and quite shocking. Because we all change over time, and our relationship with art or a piece of art changes. Our understanding when we're young is very different to our understanding when we're getting older. And that is the heart of the piece, the dark mirror between. But many people say you can't understand Winterreise until you're an older man. The themes seem very relevant to you as you grow older. Themes of isolation and death and solitude and connection with other people. So that is again a very interesting question. Do we understand art when we are young? Do we understand it more when we get older? So I have worked with Ian before. This is our second project together. And as I say, he is a very specific kind of performer. So I was interested in finding something that really suits him. He obviously is very, very, very familiar with Schubert's Winterreise, but less familiar with the Zender. So I was interested in exploring with him something that was unfamiliar to him, but that exploded already, something that he was very familiar with. But also, on the stage, he has an extraordinary, slightly unusual presence. His singing is very honest. It is not artistically pretend or affected or fake in any way. It's very honest, and that is why I love his singing. I find it makes me very sad, even when he's singing happy songs, because it's so frank, it's so unadorned, and I love it. I think he's the finest tenor. It's very specific what he does, but it's extraordinary. Okay. This is an amazing venue. It's absolutely perfect for this production. Obviously, the outside of this building is extraordinary. But when you come inside, the atmosphere changes completely. And because we have an incredibly dark and slightly mysterious, but very intimate venue. So for our piece, which is very much set in the winter, it's about a literal winter as well as an internal winter. This slightly cold, blue environment is perfect.
Sich in die Welt hinein, kiget hin und weg.